Welcome to this video. Today we're going to talk about Opendoor. Opendoor is the largest iBuyer in the US and they make buying and selling houses easy and quick. The stock exploded yesterday plus 10%, and the question is Opendoor still a great buying opportunity for the long-term investor? Let's find out in this video. We're now on the charts on TradingView of Opendoor, and we can see that it's now trading at $6.93, and we see this massive green candle. And we're now looking at daily candles, and we can see that it is in a strong uptrend, like the 50 simple moving average is above the 200 simple moving average, and they're making higher lows and higher highs. And if we can see here that in the last half year, we can see it went from around 50 cents to $6, which is over 1,000%, which is crazy returns. So the question is Opendoor still a strong fundamental company, and is it still undervalued? Let's find out. Opendoor is the largest iBuyer in the United States, and it's making buying and selling houses very easy and quick. So they offer like cash offers, for example, which means that if you want to sell your house, you can get the cash instantly. They also have help with financing. And if you want to buy a house, you can do it very quickly. And they make money through commissions and by selling the houses for more than they're buying. So they're also flipping the houses essentially to make money. So I think it's a great business model, and I think making buying and selling houses easy is also very smart. So it kind of looks like when you are renting an Airbnb or something. It's very simplified. I think the website looks good. There's definitely demand for a business where buying and selling is simplified. So Opendoor has a large portfolio of real estate. So they are very dependent on how well the real estate market does over time. Opendoor is directly buying the house from you, and they're selling to someone else for more money. So they're flipping it, which means that they have a large portfolio of real estate. So they're dependent on how well the real estate market does over time. Well, historically, the real estate market has always gone higher, but what about the future? Well, here we can read the global real estate market size was estimated at 4.13 trillion in 2024 and is projected to reach 5.8 trillion by 2030, growing at a compounded annual growth rate of 6.2% from 2025 to 2030. The real estate industry is expected to grow significantly during the forecast period due to the high rising population and a desire for personal household space. And I think that will always be there. Everyone needs to live somewhere, and there are more people, so eventually the prices will go higher over time. 6.2% is not extremely high, but I think it's definitely enough to make a lot of money in this industry, because if you use leverage and if they're efficient and if they become more innovative, and especially when more users are going to use these iBuyers to buy and sell houses, then Opendoor can make more revenue. Opendoor is operating in the US, but maybe in the future when they become more successful, they can expand like to other countries. Because for example, Asia Pacific real estate held a significant market share of 52.8% in 2024. The real estate market in India witnessed significant growth over the years. In short, we can see here the real estate market size by region 2018 to 2030. And we can see that Asia Pacific will grow faster than North America. So if they can expand to other countries, they can even make more money, and maybe this business can become much larger. We're now looking at Guru Focus to get a quick financial overview of the company. Here we can read that the financial strength is a 4 out of 10, which shows that they have a little bit more debt than cash. So what we can see here that the revenue is declining and the net income is kind of steady. And we can see that the debt is also inclining, and that's like a great sign. So the difference between cash and debt is lower, and the debt is depleting. So that's a good trend to see. So I think that Opendoor doesn't have the strongest fundamentals yet. So we know that Opendoor isn't the strongest fundamental company, but it went from 50 cents to $6.86. And here we can read on StockTwits that the people are still very bullish. So retail is bullish. We can see sentiment is bullish and the message volume is very high. So if we look at the feed, we can see that the majority of people are still bullish on this company. And I think that's great because they have like mass psychology behind it, and people will hold these kind of companies for a long time, which is great. Why did Opendoor went up over 9% in one day? Well, here we can read Opendoor technology shares climb on aggressive call buying. And It's interesting. We can read here, Opendoor's technology stock has been climbing as options trades. There's aggressively buy call options ahead of the company's upcoming earnings report and recent business developments. This wave of bullish trading marked by unusual heavy call volumes and very low put call ratios suggests that many investors are betting on big move higher and higher prices. So this could cause a gamma squeeze, and the market makers have to buy back these shares in order to cover these positions, and that creates even higher prices, and the implied volatility has jumped to around 87%. And that's why people are expecting higher prices in the short term. We're now looking at the call options of Opendoor. And we're looking here on bar charts, and we can see here the options chain. And we see that at the money, like at around $7 and $6.5, the strike price, we can see that open interest has increased massively, plus 9,000, plus 10,000. And this suggests that people are buying cheap call options and the implied volatility has increased. And once that happens, is that the market maker have to buy back the shares if the stock price keeps going up to cover all these positions. And that creates even higher prices. And this can cause a gamma squeeze. So for in the short term, Opendoor can see higher prices. And a lot of people believe that that will happen. Of course, nothing is a guarantee. It's interesting to see a high open interest and high volumes on these call options. Let's talk about valuation. We need to know whether Opendoor is cheap or expensive. Well, we are going to look at the price to sales ratio because Opendoor is not profitable yet, but they do make a lot of revenue. And we can see that the price to sales ratio is basically the market cap divided by its revenue. Price is market cap, sales is revenue. So this means that this tells us how much investors pay per dollar of sales. We can look here on Finviz and we can find here the price to sales ratio, and we can see it's around 1.4. And that's relative low. That's why it's in white. If it's super cheap, it's in green. And if it's bad, then it's in red. So price to sales ratio of 1.4 is pretty good. It means that they have a lot of revenue compared to the market cap. The question is it also cheap compared to the industry? We are going to compare the price to sales ratio with different companies. So here we can read Opendoor. It's like around 1.4, between 1 and 1.5. And it means it's relative low. It means they make good revenue compared to the current market cap, which shows that it could be undervalued. Overpet Solutions has even lower price to sales ratio, but it's so low that it might reflect also lower growth. And Zillow Group has a price to sales ratio of 5.5 to 6.5, so it's much higher, which means that compared to Opendoor will be the less expensive one based on the price to sales ratio. Based on the price to sales ratio, I would say that Opendoor is relative okay, it's relative cheap, but not like super cheap. And here on Alpha Spread, they use a discounted cash flow model with a relative value model, and they took like the average, and they say it's overvalued by 26%. So Alpha Spread thinks that this company is too expensive at the moment. So if you average everything out, I would say that maybe companies around fair value. Does Opendoor have a strong economic moat? Well, here we can see that Opendoor doesn't have a real strong economic moat, but the overall moat score is a 4 out of 10, so it's not nothing. So Opendoor currently lacks a durable moat as its iBuying model is highly competitive and easily replicable. While its brand and data analytics provide some advantages, the company operates in a low margin capital intensive business with little customer lock-in. Well, they can increase that over time and if they become more innovative and if more people are going to use it. But for now, I would say that the moat isn't so strong. So I think that this is a high risk, high reward company, which is also very volatile. And we have to keep that in mind. So here we can see the strength of the company and the risks. With the strength as like strong brand recognition in the US, iBuying market, advanced data and pricing algorithms. But they also have risks like highly cyclical housing market exposure. They own all the real estate. So they have a big portfolio. So if there's a crash like 2008 financial crisis, then this company is not going to survive, probably, right? So they also have thin profit margins. That's also why they're not profitable yet. And high capital intensity, even though they sell the houses for more than they're buying, because it's still expensive to do this whole thing. So that's why they are not profitable yet, but maybe in the future. I personally believe that this company is a little bit risky at the moment at $7. We're now back at the charts. The market is going to open soon, and it's now at $6.93. And we can see that the 50 is above the 200, so it's in a strong uptrend. And what we also discovered in this video is that the open interest is extremely high on the call options, and a lot of people are buying the options, and that can create a gamma squeeze, which increases more hike price. So people expect a lot of higher prices in the short term. So I think based on the trend that the probability is high that we can climb higher, but I think they do have some problems as business, like it doesn't have a strong economic moat, and they're not profitable yet. They're still losing money. And at $7 based on price to sales ratio, it's a relative low, but it's also not super cheap. Also, if we looked at alpha spread. So in short, I'm not willing to buy a lot of Opendoor, maybe just a small position. I want to see much lower prices in order to buy Opendoor, and I will only allocate a very small percentage. Of course, always do your own research, your own due diligence. This video is for educational purpose only. If you like this kind of content and want to see more, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.